Salam, what up, though? Salam, what up, though? What's poppin'? My night is feathers up. Really cool. Get out, get around, and get melanated. All right, so this is my first time doing this one. Bear with me. Hold up. I'll be right back. Ouch. That shit. All right. So if you know about plant medicine, if you know about some of the ancient techniques, um, one, shungite. All right. People like to be entertained, so we'll make this video entertainable for purposes as such. Right? Shungite. Elite shungite. Right? Okay, so I thank you. Yeah. All right. Now that I finally got what I needed, um, much of this video is going to be looking down. And we'll go from there. Let's do this. Okay. I have some right here, EMF, health wave protector. Okay, to help you Check out Shunzai. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do some oracle readings just by the energetic flow. That's how I'm saying. I want to see where I can help and hopefully be of use to some people when it comes to these things. I don't know if you can hear me, if you can hear the background of the music. I'm not sure, but I hopefully you can hear me. I am in the park, and the wind will be blowing, so I apologize for all that noise. My microphone broke, so there's that. So first thing we're gonna do now, mind you, I'm doing this in a way that is different than most people, and it's done that way for a reason. Okay, because it's necessary. All right. So the word is made flesh of fire, right? Fur, fur. Okay? Um, we are going to be utilizing shaman quartz, in other words, string quartz, okay, smoky quartz, and clear quartz for this, and a couple other pieces. Now we're going to start with words of um, mantra, word of mantra, right? And then we're going to read from um, the Trauma Shock book, which is my book. Oh, shit. Um, and Dissolving Fear-Based Trauma. Okay. Um, so we're gonna go into both parts of that. Like I said, sorry, the wind is blowing, so on and so forth. So we're gonna do this the Atlantean way. We're gonna do this the Maya way. All right, the way of Maya. Um, for wellness benefits of additives and so on and so forth. If you have things going on with your body, this is okay with vision, right? I'm going to go into some systems that I have learned along the way in doing it different than what I've heard most people go into. Um, but some people will be able to recognize certain things as soon as I can find these. So I hope everybody's doing good today so far. Um, I hope everybody's feeling good. I hope you're healing. Those who it's really for. Where are you? Okay. I'm gonna start here. Okay. And then we'll graduate. Just guide me out where I'm supposed to go with this. I'm good. So on so forth. All right. So we're gonna start. We're gonna roll the ice. One. Okay. First one. Semele. 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 Okay. Shalom. Semele. Semele. Okay. Shalom. Right. So peace reading. Peace reading. Right. A lot of people going through stuff. A lot of people been through stuff. A lot of people sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, and so on and so forth, right? So when I shuffle these, I'm not the greatest shuffler in the world, so I do it my way. All right. So first three will be clarification. I'm gonna throw three ice. Okay. Three, four, five, six. All right. Put that here. Okay. So we got 3, 5, 5, 6. Okay. So all together, that's 19. Interesting thing about 19, uh, 2026 is your 9 and or end of a cycle, year 1, new cycle begins, 10, 0, right? I was born in 1989. You do the math, you get 999 um, and 1. Long story short, I'm going into my age that I'll be turning 37 in a few days. That will be the number 10. No fucking coincidence, right? So, but anyway, all right, we'll do that. Okay. So now we're gonna take another one. Draw from the 6 first. All right. So we'll draw 1. Bam. My greatest good and what is meant for me, I would never miss. All right. If you're wondering, like, why is it taking so long? What the fuck is actually going on? You know what I'm saying? If you're working on yourself, trying to get more in tune and in sync with your gifts, your abilities, your tribes, your land, that is necessary for when you're receiving what the Most High has for you. Because it's being in agreement with the Most High and being in order, in alignment with His order, right? Law, common law, tribal law, ma'at, kama'at, okay? Now, I'm going to go again. 1. So 1 will be here. 1 is literally the first number I drew. That's up by the power of 3. Okay. I gracefully welcome new avenues of income into my life, so long as it's right. Okay. Where it comes from, as they say, go where the wind flows. not, we're not. So again, 3. So this was the power of 3. Put in there again. I am a whole ass vibe. Are you a whole ass vibe? Get in tune with that. Get in tune with that. 3. My luck won't run out because my blessings and my baruch are earned and destined for me. Real shit. There's this thing out there that people be talking about destiny swapping. If you're really a child of the Most High Yah, that shit ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna let that happen. We know that we've been through enough, and we all have worked, including myself, got angry right now, frustrated, hateful, complaining, fuck this shit, this, that, and the third. I don't even do this shit, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pull these two up because this is really to show. Some of y'all might have this. We have your leading, your leading, your leading. Excuse me, I read that wrong. Yoli leads me. That is life. Living has everything to do with the number 3. All right. Now, if we go to the medicine of number 3, which also we can go to the third eye, which is the eye of Horus. Okay. Tahuti, thought, knowledge, thought. Right. Oh, indigo, the crown chakra, insight, vision, and knowing. Right. Ayin, in the Ivri, or what they say Hebrew tongue, ayin, revelation, knowledge, awareness, enlightenment, right? The world tree, the brightness, the flame that is lit. You know what I'm saying? By the Most High. Then we have Zulanik, forgiveness of peace, right? To forgive ahead of time is to give grace, to give mercy, to give peace. I'd rather let go of the hatred and bitterness, but it's for me to remember what my adversaries have done to me and not to let them keep doing it. That's why you have to be different. You got to get around different people who are going to help feed and nurture your soul as you reciprocate and do the same. You know what I'm saying? My business is the Most High business, and wherever that takes me, my family, how I read instructors, that's where we go. You know what I'm saying? It's not for people to try to get involved with that or try to disrupt that, because they're the ones who will be judged, they're the ones who will be punished, and they're the ones who go through some shit. Because you don't know what everybody went through, and you don't know who you're fucking with. Okay. We're going to take from the pile of 6. Wow. Okay. I ask, I believe I shall receive healing health. Everything my heart desires is manifesting in reality. It's done, finished, established, settled, fortified. As long as it's in agreement with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And all Medu lecture. Yeah. Abiwata, Amahareds. You know what I'm saying? Luna, Barakim. You know what I'm saying? Baruch, son. You know what I'm saying? I give myself grace when I make mistakes and veer off my path, my demise. So, having mercy on yourself. I've been through a lot of shit with people in my family, but I let a lot of those people around at this time. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to let people go because I believed in people, or I hoped in people. I seen stuff. I turned liability into an asset, talk to anyway. You know what I'm saying? And it hurt me a lot. I put a lot of people over my family at times, and it hurt me a lot. And I had a lot of those people. I had to let a lot of those people go. Then I had to sit with my thoughts. I had to do shadow work. I had to sit in a position of a lighted shadow child. Okay, while remaining in Uriah. Okay, and that's where I found Shalom, and that's how I know total Shalom exists. But when the Most High gives you instructions on how you should eat, how you should think, that's got everything to do with your body. It's got everything to do with your purpose and your destiny. You know what I'm saying? I turn over, I get the gas. Okay, so daylight. Dawn, enforce, enhance, and amplify, hope, prosperity, manifesting, walk in flesh, working truth across all timelines, dimensions, realms, um, environment, spaces and places, numbers, colors, codes, you know what I'm saying? DNA, perception, imaginations, emotions, memory, you know what I'm saying? Sensory, and all right order for Yahuwah and his people and what's righteous and innocent and creation. I go into prosperity, enlightenment, strength, growth, well being, happiness, transformation, insight. Dagacia, Dagacia. Huh. Kundalini. The Kundalini, the serpent knowledge, right? The rising of the alignment of the chakra system, the Naga medicine, Nagatuya. May 15th, every year from this point on, I have decreed, God will it anyway, is Nagatu, yeah, meaning Ya Nagatu Yate. Um, and for reasons that is a day where serpents and lizards just started coming out of fucking nowhere. A lot of them, like over 20, over 30, like just shooting out of nowhere in one specific spot that I was at. And I had flipped from one of my drawings to a page where I had a picture of a dragon, right? And then I flipped it to another one. All of a sudden, maybe 5, 10 minutes later, might have been longer. Out of nowhere, all these serpents and all these little lizards popping out of everywhere, coming on by my space, like they was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. So, yeah. Um, uh, yeah. So, rising, elevating, okay, a resurrection, like the hummingbird, right? The hummingbird. So, for those of you who want, I got a mantra for you, right? Hello, Yahweh, speak through me now. So, we're going to do, um, it's, um, oh, eh, oh, hello, Yahweh, hello, Hawa, Naputuya, oh, eh, oh, mm, oh, eh, oh, okay. So this goes into Asar or Osiris, Tehuti, Thoth, Ma'at, Het, or Haru, Hathor, Ra, Sekhmet, engaged. Now, realizing that Sekhmet, Hathor, Het, or Haru, and Ma'at and Bas are one and the same, embracing masculine and feminine energy. It's not hard. It's really easy. You cannot have the masculine without the feminine. You cannot have the feminine without the masculine. We know this because you have dykes, right? We know this because there are people who have chemical imbalance, gender, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Or people who had once been um, single fathers and single mothers, learning that aspect of themselves, right? And learning how to balance that. Um, so that we know that from there, right? Now, when you learn the color codes or the 7 spectrums of light, which they had inverted and perverted into the ABC thing, now that they got, it's a fucking up of your chakra system. Therefore, it fucks up your alignment with Mother Nature and your destiny, your aura, everything. So it has everything to do with that. It has everything to do with if you're gonna activate where you're supposed to activate, if you're gonna move how you're designed to move, or if you want. It has everything to do with that. Okay. So yeah, um, you can do this and repeat this mantra just like Om Namah Shivaya or Om Tare Tu Tare. Pure so high. Om Tare Tu Tare so high. Om Tare Tu Tare Pure so high. Om, one of the same was a little bit more in uh, uh, ancient. Uh, it's before the There's a lot of changing phonetic wise. So, why? To raise, to bring up someone, such as children, to fortify or strengthen someone, to grow up, mature, to gain in strength. So this is what we want to do while we speak our affirmations, while we're being oracles, you know what I'm saying, speaking these things that was once hidden, right? A lot of people don't realize being an oracle, you have to be chosen to do that. You have to be called and chosen to do that for a specific purpose. Specifically for our house of houses, um, this is why um, we must rise or here, okay? Um, and that goes into courage, having courage, strength, commitment. It's your doing or victory, justice, duty. It's a duty, responsibility, gatekeeping, right? Perseverance, discipline as a reward, you pay, right? That is the goal of receiving from the end of the Most High God, His instruction, receiving the lifestyle. Many people want to be blessed. I want to be Baruch. You know what I'm saying? I want to be fortified. I want to be anchored. I want to be rooted. You know what I'm saying? I want to be settled and rested, that all that within me, what Yahweh has designed me for and destined me for, is my birthright. You know what I'm saying? This is why I don't go around asking other people for permission, because who are you? You know what I'm saying? Where were you at when the Most High was speaking to me and all the things that me and my family gone through? Where were you at? Who were you to put His word on trial? Even His word made flesh on trial. And if you're not living with a consistency of the lifestyle, if your body's fucked up, you're having all kinds of problems with your body, with your health, you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, just random shit just going everywhere, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you could be under attack, sometimes it could be to be like, yo, we need to get out that environment. Sometimes it could be because you getting checked, judged, you know what I'm saying. So ponder on these things and ask the Most High why. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to go through these other systems and their people, so-called gods, to find these answers, because that's why people are fucked up now. Allow Yahweh. And the trust and loyalty and the partnership with the Most High Yah, you know what I'm saying? Cooperation, faithfulness, travel, and a change and progress, right? Is the L, the horse, okay? So that goes all hand in hand with giving yourself the grace when you make mistakes to veer off from your path to get back on your pathway, right? So therefore, these other things won't be meddled with in the wrong ways. That's when you're gonna find out you're in your whole ass spot when you consider yourself, right? I honor the beauty of stillness. That is shalom. That is stillness. That is shalom. That is like a tree rooted in the earth, shining in the sun when Yah breathes this beautiful breath that heals and nourishes them. They dance like their branches and leaves are dancing and singing song. You know what I'm saying? It gives a melody that is already what you say, the Schumann's resonance and circadian rhythm. It is the Fibonacci sequence of eternal and the cycles that go on and on and on and on and on. Like the seasons. All right. You have preservation, which most people think is death, the winter time. You know what I'm saying? And hibernation. Then you got springtime, right? Coming back to your life. And when you watch the sun go through the portal, that crystal being, it is a crystal being, it is a living, intelligent being. When it goes through its gateway, its portal, and then it seems like dark, like you're going into the underworld, right? So when I speak Maya, I'm talking about Nubia, I'm talking about Egypt, Kush, Mizraim, the same people. I'm talking about Atlantis, Sumeria, Sumeria, right? I'm talking about Tataria, I'm talking about Arturian, I'm talking about Lurian, okay? I'm talking about these councils that had once walked away from the Most High Yah to follow after all this foolishness. And then you got this greed, you got this hatred, you got all these patterns of using their ancestors' blood to mark on other people to keep them in perpetual slavery and under bondage spells, mirror magic, and so on and so forth. That's why I don't. That's why I don't teach my family the blood of Zeus, Zeus. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a mark, and that is a mark that is wicked. You know what I'm saying? Some can relate it to the mark of Cain. It is a curse. It is an abomination. Splitting that blood is putting the blood of your oppressors on yourself and over your bloodline and your lineage. Let it be shattered and broken. That shit's null and void and canceled. You know what I'm saying? So when you go to the land, this is how you go help heal your land. You know, so you will speak to your land. You go break those covenants of that relationship off your land. You know what I'm saying? As it is in the Shamaim, on earth as it is in the Shamaim, in earth as it is in the Hashamaim. In this earthen vessel, this war ship when it needs to be war. When I want to get rid of certain entities in the body, spirits or parasites, it is war. That is the cleansing. Okay, that is the purge. Okay, that is doing justice to heal the temple, the pyramid, the Merkabah. Okay, um, the spaceship, the mothership, right? Okay. Uh, halaya, halaya. So the Patan tongue, right? When you're talking about Akashe or Akashe, the DNA records, right? My reflection of life and energy, recognition, right? So you have to realize that if everything is energy, your thoughts are energy, right? Your breath is energy. Your movement is energy. Your words are energy, right? Or your sword of the mouth, the word of mouth, the sword of the mouth, our way of conditioning, right? Um, the truth of not being double tongued or or being that way, whatever, not being double tongued or double minded, which is schizophrenia. In definition, schizophrenia is to be double minded, double tongued, to be confused. All right, to be confused, living in a delusion, delusional thinking, delusion. The systems, you know, are dead in their thinking. They're dead while they're living, right? They are literally schizophrenic. They are double tongued, double minded, right? They are living a delusion through pride and through greed and through hatred and through violence because they have not let that trauma go to seek for the Most High Yah. And going through those reasons of, okay, all the different reasons why not to trust Yah, why does this keep happening, why you keep letting them hurt me. You know what I'm saying? You could have stopped this, you could have changed this, but you didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I took accountability for mine. I'm still waiting. Why we still got to deal with these people to prove a point or a lesson? All the different things. You know what I'm saying? Accusing the Most High Yah, accusing His word. I've been guilty of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you able to acknowledge that while seeking to do different and doing different and practicing anything? You know what I'm saying? That's where making that effort is relevant. What are you teaching your children with that? If you train up the child in the way that they should go, so when they get older, they will not depart from it. You don't want your children being a horse. Don't have them around a bunch of people who don't know how to respect and honor themselves, male and female. Males are whores too. Those who choose to be like that in their character. They don't know how to adore themselves. They don't know how to pamper themselves or appreciate themselves. You know what I'm saying? The equilibrium, the balance of the weights, if you will. You know what I'm saying? While Yah moves through Anubis in different ways for his chosen people and weighing the scales, right, with the feather, it's like you want to be lighthearted, you want to have mercy, but you don't want to be stupid at the same time. You don't want to be blind and gullible and keep letting motherfuckers hurt you at the same time. There has to be a point where he vindicates us, you know what I'm saying? And we are able to still be who we are, but motherfuckers can't hijack or steal from us or try to sabotage us or doing witchcraft to try to fuck us up. Bone magic, blood magic, that shit, moon, blood, cancer, that shit. Is that the this way? You know what I'm saying? Earth magic, moon magic, you know what I'm saying? Binding spells, all this shit moon, blood, and cancer. You know what I'm saying? Like the separation spells, we've been through a whole lot of shit. And I learned there's a whole lot of weird shit that people be doing, you know what I'm saying? All these different, as they say, human sacrifices and stuff like that, like the Eucharist and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? These human sacrifices that the Most High never commanded us to do. It was the priests who chose to be fucked up, who broke their covenant with the Most High God and their people in the earth and all creation that taught people about human sacrificing and sacrificing animals. If you're not supposed to murder, your text does not say, "Oh, thou shalt just not murder just people." It says, "Thou shalt not murder." Period. Thou shalt not kidnap. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house or anything that's of them. Don't be sitting there trying to seek and try to take and plot, cut them down. You know what I'm saying? From your neighbors, from your tribe. CPS are human traffickers, child labor laws. You know what I'm saying? Um, foster care. Study that shit. Study that shit. Study the Arabian slave trade. You know what I'm saying? There's things about the Moors that people don't want to talk about. Everyone has said the Moors did everything good. Well, got a lot to learn. All right, so 6. I do not welcome things into my life that dull my magnificence and stunt my ascension. Those type of people are poverty thinking. Those are impoverished people. The people that most people think are rich nowadays, those are impoverished people. They're dead in their thinking. All they can think about is destroying and taking from other people. If people try to come to steal, kill, or destroy, right? No destruction here, so here. Um, because like, why would you want to take somebody else's stuff instead of doing the work that you got to do for your own stuff? You know what I'm saying? People look at other people's lives sometimes and be like, oh, I want their life. I want to live like them, mimic them, copy them, this, that, and the third. Just like, bro, you just be you. That's what's fucking you up, trying to be somebody else that you're not. Be you. Let go. Um, so that's what I've been learning. You know what I'm saying? That's one reason why I have been MIA with my own relatives for a long time, because like I got tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be every time I look up, you look like you like can I just look like me? You know what I'm saying? Can I just be who I am? Do we gotta pick favorites? Do we you know what I'm saying? Do we gotta do shit like that? Like everybody's seeking attention, but it's like, bro, how much of that time do you take with yourself? How much do you get to learn about yourself? You don't gotta be arrogant, you know what I'm saying? To feel like, yo, I deserve this. You know what I'm saying? They don't. I do. I deserve my portion. Not people trying to steal it from me and try to keep it from me, or try to block it from me, or try to do shit to cause me harm or trauma or my family, and just be like, oh, well, you can only do this if we're allowed to do it. Like if somebody trying to keep your family from you, that says a lot about them. Who do you think the Most High gonna give into? Who do you think the Most High gonna reward? Them? Nah. You know, the foster care and stuff like that, it comes to a point where it's like, okay, if you're not returning the children back to their parents, or you're not letting them talk like they're supposed to every day, the Most High gonna look at you as guilty. Because why are you helping people that you know are oppressors keep keep these children away from their parents? And you're supposed to be a parent. He's gonna hold you accountable. Period. And shit gonna go wild until you choose to do what you know is right. Your life is pieces of content. 5. I rightfully create and set boundaries that protect and support my peace. Shalom. That is a way of life, right? Faith without works is dead, right? Study the ancient past and do it precept upon precept, line upon line, right? All right. Okay, do you practice the Sabbath? You know what I'm saying? That's for the land, period. That's for all the peoples that are people that are named categories. This is part of the law. This is part of our covenant that marks you as one of his people. You can talk spiritual all you want to, but if you ain't walking in practices that he set for his people, Paul intros and Baran again, then you might not be his people, or you need to ask him for insurance on, okay, what am I supposed to do? Money should not be your motivation unless you're monetizing and observing and orating within yourself about yourself, and how you go teach your children, your family, cutting up, growing up. You know what I'm saying? And going forward. A man who seeks to destroy another man's house is a fool, and his house could be destroyed, and along with everything that he's ever built, and he will still not get what he desires. You see what I'm saying? He won't get that desired reality. He will fail. Same with women. Women who are home wreckers like that. You're not gonna get the desired reality that you desire. You know what I'm saying? This world and now people feeling like, oh, I gotta get this top, or if I got this type of car, this type of money, this type of influence, and I'm somebody. Why can't you just be somebody because that's who you are? Why everybody gotta know you? Why everybody gotta like, subscribe, and share and follow? You know what I'm saying? We do it because it's a trend thing, and we should be realizing like, yo, like some people do, give out information, talk, heal, let's get together, let's plot this plan, let's learn what we can do, utilize this while we can. So when we don't have this, we can still get in tune with each other. We can still get work done. We still know where each other's at. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, we have more ways to be able to continue to go forward through this and the third. Really living life. When the last time you had a mud bath? I'm just saying. You didn't go to the spot for it though. When the last time you did the work, dug a hole, and go and made a mud bath? It's an ancient practice. When the last time you played in the dirt and you 45, 50 some years old? Well, that's nasty. Well, that's not what your tribal ancestors think. When the last time you made your home a sweat lodge or a room in a sweat lodge? You know what I'm saying? When the last time you built you an apothecary for you and your family? Love on yourself, adore yourself. You know what I'm saying? You go to these pharmacy and these hospitals are fucking you up, but you won't take the information from the people who know more about the shit than you do and the doctors that work there. But you intelligent. You went to school for what now? Right. How much and what did that do for you? You won't trust your own medicine, your own heritage that was given to you by something that is not mankind. The ones that know all, the one that knows all and is given from herself, you know what I'm saying, to all this for us. And motherfuckers going and tearing it down, your jungles, you know what I'm saying, your mountains, your waters, and you help them do it. So the salvation comes from God getting us out of those thinking, therefore we stop doing those things, right? It's a repetitive thinking and cycle. If one keeps being around this shit, aren't you gonna become what if bad character corrupts good moral, or you are what you eat or what you hang around, stop getting around that shit will change. It's for a purpose. Um, I'm gonna pick two because the other two piles are gone. I care for myself. I give myself what I need when I need it. My vulnerability and ability to feel fearless are my superpowers. Because why should we give a fuck about what these other people think? You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that got my family targeted is by me not giving a fuck about what these wicked people think because their hearts are desperately wicked, always imagining vain things. Like that is a bullshit. You have psychics out there doing psychic and telepathic attacks and shit like that, energetic vampires, among other shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the way I look at it, you got billions and trillions of people and creatures, righteous things, innocent things that have died because of somebody else's nastiness. And because they're ungrateful. And I'm not submitting to a system like that. I submit to Yahweh in all my being. My soul is Yahweh's. You can't take my soul. I'm not selling my soul. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving my souls away. You feel me? Yahuwah is the strength in the doorway, the guardian of this house, this whole temple, this whole vessel, and the ones that we live in earthen vessels, houses, temples, pyramids, so on. Yahuwah rules here. That's Allah. Allah paid me thanks. All right. 4. My intuition is my greatest guide. It speaks clearly and moves me into action. That's Yahweh. Allah Yahweh. My heart is open to give and receive unconditional love from the truth of Yahweh. All right. My family. Um, Everything I touch turns into gold and invites lasting abundance into my life. Because whatever I put my hands to do, I will prosper. Because even when it's hard, Yahweh gives me the strength to trust Him. And sometimes it's fucking hard. Sometimes you don't want to do it anymore. You're tired of suffering, of doing other shit, tired of being attacked, tired of not getting results. You know what I'm saying? Working so hard, it feels like, what am I doing this for? Why does it fucking hurt? I'm still getting shit wrong with my body and the third. You know what I'm saying? Getting back out here is necessary. If you want to live, like I told my mom and them today, my auntie, if you want to live, you'll do it. Why listen to everybody else, but y'all won't listen to your own people and within your own relatives? That's fucking crazy. And it's totally disrespectful to the Most High Yah. And your ancestors are disrespected because you sit there and say family, 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 and then I bet they're like, yo, how did these people? Some of the people lost their lives trying to protect their family, their tribe, not just their house. They're talking about cousins, aunties, brothers, like so on and so forth, trying to protect things for us, to save for us, because they knew it was going to happen because the Most High showed them. Long story short, and you disrespect them by not listening to the oracles of your houses. What, they younger than you? So what makes you feel like you can't learn from somebody younger than you? What makes you feel like because your mama and daddy, your children just have to listen and obey everything that you tell them? What if you're wrong and you know you're wrong? You don't like getting corrected. That's the problem with most of these generations of elders nowadays. You have to talk to them like they're 2 years old, and it sucks because it's like you're older than me. You've experienced more than I have in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? You've been here longer than I have. You've seen a lot. I'm supposed to learn from you. I'm supposed to glean from you. I don't want to learn from y'all and glean from y'all if you disrespected my family. You helping the colonizers and oppressors. You know what I'm saying? Like you willing to do shit that hurts me. You know it hurts me. You know you're wrong. You know I'm right about what I'm saying. It just kills you to admit that shit. The universe is never late, and God is always on time. My destiny is I am receiving. It's revealing itself in divine time, in right timing, not detached, aligned and attached to Yah. He's saying, oh, maybe I'm supposed to do that. 6. I fully acknowledge and receive myself exactly where I am at this present point in time. I am here at this present point in time by no mistake. Interesting how both of those have to do with time at the same time. And it's 41:11. See what the last one says. 33, master number. Yah and the universe hear my prayers. Okay. Now, when you go into the Mayan system, 13, 33, 11, doubles like that, those are considered master numbers, right? 9 is not human, but it's considered a master number, a completion of a cycle, right? So, um, let's do 5. Let me see how many. 5, 6. I'll do 5 plus 1. We'll go to 42 first. I am remarkable. I am unique. I am a one of a kind, uh, righteous design. My mahaba or love. One of the reassuring things about life is that there is only one you. And while you may meet people who are similar, there will never be another created in the specific lens of wow, beauty that you are. Journal prompts: what makes me me? There are no rules. I went to the index for 5. I am financially abundant. Money flows to me with ease. My love calls the flow of prosperity and abundance, and allow yourself to truly step onto the divine wave of generosity. Okay, generosity. Now, when people do shit just to say that they done shit, that's not generosity. You have a motive behind that. You know what I'm saying? That's malicious. And when I mention those different kinds of malicious type of people, that's because they don't have love for themselves. Okay, they're in lack mentality. They're impoverished in their thinking. You can have all the fiat pieces of trees that bring you healing and brothers and sisters of living beings all you want to, and you're still impoverished because you're destroying the earth and you're destroying your body. Therefore, that makes them blocked. You know what I'm saying? That type of mentality, this type of people who are blocked but don't avoid their cancer. You know what I'm saying? It's not useful. One should not be greedy of somebody else's stuff. You had your own stuff. What did you do with it? Why did you choose to fight and argue and bicker and be nasty and wicked all the time? No, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't want to make an effort to really truly do right. You know what I'm saying? I think that going through these relationships were stepping stones to help to get us to a further place. You know what I'm saying? But when I ask people, you know what I'm saying, the people like I'm spiritual. I do spirituality. Okay, what to you is spiritual? What is spirituality? A lot of people dress a certain way, they'll talk a certain way, but knowing you're still hurting inside, knowing you're still fucked up inside. You know what I'm saying? And some people think there's nothing wrong with that. That's pretty fucked up. Okay. So it may feel unbelonging at first, but as you continue to affirm and claim this is the truth, the words will taste sweet in fulfilling. It's imperative to match your tongue with movement, to match your words with movement. Okay, for that words right, this affirmation will give you something. The affirmation will no, the affirmation will pair well with intentional action toward your goal and desire. Side conversations, my bad. My love, you were designed for a graceful, unconditional, and patient love. To allow yourself to be showered, adored every single day, knowing that love is a source that will never run dry. A time we receive A love so light and full from others that we wonder if we are deserving. Don't question it. Open your arms and allow this love to flow to you. If the love makes you uneasy and pulls you from your heart space and into your mind, know that you deserve better. In this case, ask for it to be given. It's not. And if it's not, move on. My love, self awareness is key, but when we fixate ourselves, we can become overly critical. Dear beautiful one, pull back and take a delicious look around. Do you see that it is the beauty in your life? You cultivated all of this. Now analyze how you exist in the now analyze how you exist with what's around you. You're doing the best you can with what you got, and it's perfect. Spirit asks you to accept where you and acknowledge how acknowledge how fruitful it is. Journal prompt: create a list of 6 things you've accomplished and explore how you felt when you reached them. List at least 2 ways these accomplishments and added positivity, joy, and to your community or individual. I am my best healer, my sweet love. No one will ever know you as intimate as you know yourself. Just breathe for one moment. To hear your heart, it will tell you what is needed to nourish its wounds, for it knows you are its greatest healer. You've got this beautiful. Sit yourself in a quiet space and take deep breaths. Now close your eyes and take deep, slow, much deeper breaths. Allow silence to fill the air until you feel you are rooted. Ask your heart what's wrong, and then ask it why. Once it's done speaking, ask how you can begin to nourish its wounds. 13 and 14. So, not wanting to be angry is keeping those blockages away. Same with anxiety, so on and so forth. When people send malicious energy at you, send that shit back and guard yourself with what you know you have been taught and trained through the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And practice it. What is sacred. Other people don't have a right to invade on that and intrude on it. People can argue around in circles every day, all day about whatever. I have 5 children. You know what I'm saying? It looked like I have no family. Although that's not the truth. But then again, those who will assume and judge and whatever, they don't know why we're going through what we're going through. Sometimes I've asked the same questions. Remember, if you call yourself after the ways of the Most High, that word gonna be tried, tested, and proven. So this, um, yeah, this is many things to ponder on, many things to think about. Um, build your dream, um, and in building a dream, I would suggest building it to a young age. Building a dream or building with a dream that can never ever fail, and that's yeah, for me, that's my dream because no one can take anything from me then, and I can't take it from myself or give it away to who doesn't deserve it. No one can destroy that, so therefore they can't destroy me or my family. All 5 of my children, no exceptions, no compromise. If you really want yourself in a better place, you really adore yourself. This is why I don't have my children. Well, I didn't put my children in public schools. Other people forced that on us. But guess who's got to deal with that? And guess who's been dealing with that? It sucks. I felt mentally because like why would you do that? We want to run away from the Most High. Why would you take that away from them and keep them away from learning who they are in ways that I know for sure many of my own relatives have no idea. They don't even know about their own heritage. I know there's certain things they don't know. You know what I'm saying? And it's always disturbing because it's like you'll listen to other people online, but you won't listen to your own kinfolk. This is why I question kinfolk exactly the ways that I do. Money is your motivation. Getting back to your land, getting back to your roots, bringing your children back to your land. The Most High is not. I don't want to fuck with you. You don't want to speak with Ami Wata. You don't want to speak with Amaharet. You don't want to feel her heartbeat. You don't want to help heal her while she's trying to keep you alive. How many years you alive with God? You don't want to get back in tune with the beasts and creatures around you, the good ones. You don't want to sit in the sun and learn and developing your gifts and abilities. I don't want to fuck with you. For what? What are you doing? Poisoning yourself with alcohol, going to the club, being a whore, fucking around with every other man and every other woman out there. I gave all that up for my own woman, to respect the Most High Yah, to respect my woman and myself, my children, to do a generational change, a generational difference. You know what I'm saying? I don't smoke with everybody. For what? I ain't got to worry about catching shit. And nobody let me know. You know what I'm saying? If I eat more as a vegan, you know what I'm saying? I have to worry about less. You know what I'm saying? I gain more. You know what I'm saying? So when people get in these debates, like if they know God or who's a prophet of God, people always are offended in some way. But it's like, bro, the order is what the order is. You know what I'm saying? In our heritage, our teachings is matriarch, it's matriarch and patriarch as one. It's an equilibrium. It's an equal rule. The Most High doesn't teach us to disrespect, um, you know what I'm saying, our the females. Not seeing what the women. It doesn't teach us to disrespect the Most High. We look out for each other. That me and my wife, we are one. She's me, I am her. That's all there is to it. There's no trying to get each other to convince each other or sabotage each other. It's not avoid and cancel. The most High not playing with that. Anybody get in between that, you're gonna deal with the Most High, and you're gonna deal with us, and you're gonna deal with our righteous ancestors. You ain't got no choice because what are you doing? That's the people's problem. They don't want to mind their own business in life, and then they wonder why they live into bullshit, all kind of shit going through their bodies and shit like that. A lot of families don't even like each other for real, for real. The only thing that seems to bring them together is death. That's fucked up. And then they fuck themselves up even more. Then how much they live in regret and how much they live in sorrow. For what? You should be trying to work to live a good life now. You know what I'm saying? When you pass from this body, everybody think, oh, I'm going to go somewhere and live in heaven. I'm going to have a good life. You could be doing that now with your people, bro. You could be building with your people now. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Past a certain point, it's like, nigga, they can't keep doing this. They can't keep doing it. God's just not gonna let it happen. They can't keep destroying us. You're not gonna let that happen. Can you pray? You know what I'm saying? It's ask the Most High for that boldness. You know what I'm saying? Ask him for that courage. Ask him for that. You know what I'm saying? Ask him for that. You know, a lot of people are wondering, whoever is, why ain't he dead yet? I've heard people like, oh, he's a wizard. You're a wizard, a magician. No, I'm the Most High's child. I lean on my Father for everything. I submit to my Father. I'm not greater than him. Y'all think you're greater than him. That's why you trying to sit there and sending out those rebukes opposed to him and those curses and stuff like that and all that witchcraft and shit that you be doing. But he said, Proverbs 22:18, suffer not a witch to live, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Look up, touch not my anointing and do my prophets no harm. You're doing harm by running your mouth and gossiping behind the scenes about what you don't know, assuming, agreeing with people, the little smart remarks, even in your thoughts. The Most High here to see all of it. You ain't getting away with nothing. You didn't and you won't. Because what's gonna happen is some of y'all who live are gonna be forced to see the Most High raise up his people. And y'all gonna be mad as all bullshit. You can't talk about go to hell because you already there. Welcome to Cibola. You know what I'm saying? The underworld. We call North America, the West, East, the East, West, Eastern, Western. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's that. Golden mantras. information deck and guidebook. Shout out Destiny Taylor and the illustrator Cat Willett, RP Studios. Which you want? With some of these breathing exercises, hold some shungite, right? I would suggest lay down, hold the shungite on your heart. You know what I'm saying? Put it on your third eye, right? Um, you can walk around with it. You can rub it. If you got pain in your head, on your body, rub that shungite there. You know what I'm saying? You can do this with any stone. Any stone you can do this with it. You know what I'm saying? Learn your stones. Learn, just keep learning and learning. Don't stop after you get through certain stuff. It's stone medicine, it's plant medicine, it's there's animal medicine, medicine. It's animism, right? You have the shadow children, the shadow work medicine. You know what I'm saying? Utilize all of that. You know what I'm saying? And you have village medicine where the people come together. You celebrate, right? The celebrations, the feast days, and stuff like that. Study your heritage and learn, you know what I'm saying? Keep learning, keep growing, keep growing. You have to study your oppressors because the more you study, the more you see what they get from you. Like the Tignon laws, which is directly related to the Dawes Rolls Act, which the Mongols, you know what I'm saying, and what you call Native Americans today have as a usurped identity. It's not their true identity. It's not their heritage. They're not indigenous natives. They're natives by migration and war. Is Israel a homeborn slave? Israel is my firstborn son. He's talking about Jacob. And we are the seed of Israel, the children of Israel. Okay? Israel is a man. Yashral is a man. As Yashralim, Benai Yashralim, the children of Israel, the children of Barar Brahma. Okay? Chosen Lord Brahma. And the same for Barar Bar Krishna, Isaac. The same for Barar uh, Bal Kali, which represents Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Um, and Amabast, Hathor, Sekhmet. You know what I'm saying? Children of the light bringers. You know what I'm saying? The light bearers, the true um, children of, you know what I'm saying, when it deals with Venus, the star constellation, Pleiades, Orion constellation, you know what I'm saying? It's no wonder you see that right above the mirrors all the fucking time. See that like since I've been able to like oh well that's that. Everywhere I go it's like that right there, right above it. Okay. So what do you do with that medicine? You know what I'm saying? Take the time off your job. Money, what you need is that what you need will come. Neglecting the land is what's fucked up a lot of people. You won't have to worry about paying rent if you don't neglect the land. You're not gonna have to live sloppy because if you like to live good, all you have to do is learn what's gonna help you. Study about essential oils. Study that. How to deal with pest control without having to kill everything or burn shit or using chemicals. Love yourself. How do you clean your house? What do you clean your house with? How do you bathe? What do you eat? What do you drink? How often? What kind of sound music do you know what I'm saying? Like really adore yourself. Adore as Yahuwah adorns, he adores and adorns. That's why I don't turn from this path because it's like everything else opposed to it is just fucking stupid. It's really stupid. Like mankind among other species of things that seem like the men they're not have become really frail and stupid. From entire nations filled with bells, giant bells, small bells in crystal cities to cement, tar, fucked up forests, you know what I'm saying? And it's like you're restricted from going here, going there, restricted from seeing like 75% of the rest of the earth past Antarctica. Like it's fucking dumb. You got entire cities and underground tunnels and cities all throughout the Americas and underwater and stuff like that. And you mean to tell me that y'all you can't go there? You got places where it can heal billions and trillions of people, everybody on the face of the earth right now. And you can't go there because those people who betrayed their own people and set people against the people, gave false history, gave them false identities, suppressed stuff, so they think that they grew up thinking like, oh, this is really them. And they were like, oh, we're not there. What are we supposed to do? Who are we? Identity crisis. Blame them motherfuckers. Blame them Freemasons. Blame them. All the different denominations of the Illuminati. Blame them. They're the problem. Baruch Yahuwah. And I'll end it there.